Okay, let's go again. So maybe play E4 again. 2082. So it's a bit easier than yesterday, isn't it? In theory, but do I venture an open Sicilian, or do I play C3 again? This could be a new thing about C3. I just think it's probably a lot easier to play C3, and probably maybe strategically it's more interesting, rather than just trying to analyze very quickly very sharp variations. If I can just easily get a center like a sort of Roy Lopez, sharing some Roy Lopez kind of ideas of just getting the center. I can accept double pawns here, can't I? Okay, he's not wanting that. Is he going to give me the light square bishop free of charge? So really, if I play d5, have I got queen d4 after to force f6? And it looks otherwise e5. e5 looks like a break. Although, hang on, is this premature? H3 or knight d2 or e5. e5 might be, he takes bishop g7 after. I'm going to do it. I think might take with the king actually on e2 just to keep d5 protected. And maybe f4 because it looks good, this construction, a little bit. If I can just manually castle with bishop e3, rook ad1. That supports the queen anyway. So I want to play like rook d1 and king f1, and I think I'll have a good position. Because every time he's threatening to take here, I'll just get these big pawns, for example. Unless he's going to win that pawn with knight d7 after bishop f4. Whoa! What have I done? Okay, maybe d6, press along with d6. This is just getting worse. I'll just sack that pawn now. Queen e4. Play d6 anyway, I'll just try and manually castle. Or just h3. That looks grim. I've overextended, haven't I? 2 pieces for the queen. Knight g4. It's not really that sound, is it? Mind you, I don't know, knight takes a knight e4 after. Let's do the 2 pieces for the queen. I'm threatening knight h6, mate. So bishop f6, maybe I just take and then knight e4. So that's an interesting dynamic, I hope. So I get my king to g1, play rook e1. 2 pieces for the queen. Okay. Going into that pin. It's going to be bishop f6 after, or something. Bishop c5. Or just bishop f1. Then there's e6. Bishop c5 for a moment. Or bishop e3. Bishop f2. I hope this isn't a menace. Right, I'm going to get on this file. There's a bit more compensation there, isn't there, after rook e6? If I can double, mind you, this c file, might a4 to c5 somewhere. If I can double rooks, that'd be more promising for getting something going. So doubling rooks. Okay, might be 6 here, just to protect d5 for a moment. And then I can try and double. The rook is actually protecting b6 here. What about h4, h5? d6, a4, a5, just to get a sort of bind. So his queen hasn't got that many squares. If I play a5, then h4, h5 after, some sort of positional bind is emerging. Alright, so he's blocked that, so I need to protect b6, otherwise that's a goner. He'll be playing rook takes f2, end of game. So now I've still got a little bit of pressure. So I wonder h4, h5. I was going to get his king. I can get to his king here with h4, h5. Just going to get to my king. Is he going to lose e7 here? By moving his queen somewhere? If I can get in h5, h6. Okay. Classic. Getting rid of one of the rooks. I'll keep that rook there, I think. Now will he take on h5 or allow h6? Allowing h6 might be a bit dodgy. Okay, I get in g3. Although the knight could be a menace. No, there's no knight e4 yet. I've got knight f5. He's got knight g3. There's a knight d7 there. For knight f6 potentially. King g8. I'll try knight d7 here. I'm surprised he didn't play. So he's giving me knight f6. "39 seconds, there's a chance." So what about okay, rook move or something? Rook e2. Oh, this pawn's a bit of a pain. Knight move, knight e4, knight e4. No, knight g7, knight e5. I think knight h5 maybe, just to try and hold f4. It looks a bit fragile. I'm not really that convinced. Well, the knight's pretty good defensively for a bit. Maybe rook e4 coming up. 20 seconds. Will he finish me off? Can I get in rook g8? That's protected by the rook. 12 seconds. I mean, it's anyone's game now. Oh no. Hang on, check. It's just lost on time. It was, I don't know. It wasn't that easy to play for 5 minutes, I guess. unsound, yeah, definitely. But I've overextended, definitely overextended here with knight g4. That's embarrassing. So knight takes g4 just gets a position which here it doesn't seem totally easy for white to play. If I've got this knight on b6 entrenched for a 5-minute game, that is. So it's hard to, if he's not finding the clinical moves, maybe it's not that easy. So he sacks here, rook, knight, bishop, which is like unbalanced yesterday, almost rook and knight against queen. But this is obviously better for him. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.